Hello, welcome. As you can see from the title, tonight's dish is ackee and saltfish. Now, I've got the hot plate heating up here. Ooh, that's hot. I can start to hear it. So what I'll do is add some oil. Now I'm just using normal vegetable oil here, but you can use olive oil, which is a healthier option as far as I'm aware. So I'll just put some veg oil in. Some people like to put garlic in first, but I think that it becomes bitter, so I won't. So what I will do first is put in the onions, which I've grown myself, these just normal onions, white onions. But before that, what I will do is put some cumin in. Now this isn't normal for ackee and saltfish, but I do like the taste of cumin in this dish. So I'll put the cumin in first. Now you don't want to burn the cumin, you just want to crack it open slightly. As you can see, it's sizzling straight away, so I'll quickly put in the white onions. I'll just give it a little shake first, that'll be good. Just to get that cumin flavour going. Okay, now the white onions. And what I will do also is put the spring onions in as well. I'm going to turn the temperature down because it looks like it's a bit fierce. I'll turn it down to, it's on 6, which is maximum. I'll turn it down to 1.5. If it becomes too low, then I'll move it up to 3. Remember, you need to listen to the sizzle. If it's too vigorous, it's too hot. So it's still a bit hot at the moment, so I'll lift it off the heat. Even give it a bit of a stir. Okay. Starting to settle a little bit. Now the next ingredient to go in is, in my opinion, the ginger. We don't want to put the garlic in just yet, but to get some flavour into the onions, a good idea would be to put some paprika and some pepper in. So I think that's what we'll do next. Okay. Cracked black pepper. Oh, that was a surprise. And some paprika. Okay, what's next? Ginger. Now I'll use a spoon for this because I've got the ginger and the garlic in the same pot. So that one's the ginger, so we'll have that in first. Now you don't want to put the garlic in first because it burns and goes bitter. Now the temperature's on 1.5, maximum is 6, 3 is about 50%. That looks about right for now. Now if your food starts to dry out a little bit, then it would be advisable to add some water, which I have here. So I'll just add a little bit of water. If you put enough oil in, you don't need to do this, but it's healthier to have less oil, just a bit to get it started. Okay, what I'll do now is turn it up to 3, which is 50% on the heat. Now, the scotch bonnets. Now, have I got anything to cut these off with? May have to get a knife. The freshest scotch bonnets ever. One moment. Okay, so seeds as well. I can smell these scotch bonnets, they're quite strong, but what I will do is put one of these jalapeno peppers in as well, because these are only small, although that looks quite a lot. That's about one large scotch bonnet. Maybe that will do. If it's not spicy enough, then I'll add some more chili peppers later. But next, just make a little hole in the middle. Scotch bonnets. I'll turn it up a little bit, I'll turn it to maximum. I don't know the techniques that other people use, but I always put the scotch bonnets in with the onions at the start and then add the sweet and bell peppers afterwards. Now it's drying out a little bit, so what we'll do is add a bit more water. Don't need that now. There are some more scotch bonnets developing on here. I see 1 flower, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe half a dozen, 6, 7. So next time. How's this going? Okay, it's on maximum heat now. See, the water has cooled it down quite a bit. It's actually cold water, but you could add hot water. It wouldn't lower the temperature so much. Okay, I think we'll put the garlic in now. There's quite a bit of garlic there. You may not need that much, but I do like garlic. Remember to put the garlic in afterwards. I know some people put it in at the start, but I don't like the bitterness. It can ruin a meal. With ackee and saltfish, it's more about the colour. Obviously the flavour counts as well, but you don't want it too red or too green. It seems to be more yellow and orange in colour. Now that just reminds me, I need to get some ackee as well. Okay, a little bit of water is needed now. And then we'll add the peppers. Okay, so what we have here are some just normal bell peppers, orange and some yellow. I'll turn it down a little bit. It's on 50%. I'll turn it down to 1.5. I'll put the sweet peppers in, yellow, orange and red. I think I'll put a bit more water in there just to help it along. And turn it up. It's on 1.5, I'll turn it up to maximum now because I've added the water. Now the last two ingredients will be the fish and the ackee. Now the fish needs cooking through. The ackee is already cooked because it's in a tin. It's in brine. Island Sun is the brand, very good. Just Ackee's 64% water and salt. They do larger tins as well, but for this meal a half tin will do. Now I could do with tasting the spice level at some point before I put this jalapeno in, if I'm going to. So I'll get the spoon, let's have a look. Take some onions and a bit of scotch bonnet, maybe, try that bit. Let's have a go. Yes, that's quite spicy. I don't think I'll be needing that. Very nice. Yes, straight to the back of the throat. Excuse me. The rice and peas I made earlier on today. Now I can do a separate video how to make the rice and peas, but it's basically just red kidney beans that are tinned. You put them into the bottom of the saucepan, and then you put the rice on top, fill it up with water, and then cook it like that. There may be other techniques to do rice and peas, but that's the one that I've discovered works for me, and I'll stick with that until somebody shows me a better way. I imagine it's sometimes when I've had ackee and saltfish before with rice and peas, the rice and peas has been very oily, so I imagine they put some sort of oil in with it. I prefer it quite dry, using as least oil as possible. Now that looks good because there's still some moisture, if you can see. There's some fluid in the bottom of the pan, so it's not too dry. Looking at the colour of it, it could probably do with a bit more green. Now the spring onions, they have some green on them, but I don't like to use all of the green on the spring onion, just most of the white part. I dare say you could put a green pepper into it if you like that green colour, but I prefer it to look more yellow. Don't know why, it's just preference. Now what I'll do is I'll start to break it up a little bit, make it cook a bit quicker. So I'm just slicing the peppers in half. See, the water's starting to disappear a little bit. I might put a bit more water in. Okay, is there anything missing? No, just the ackee, the tinned ackee and the cod. So I think now would be a nice time to put the cod in. This smells quite good, I must admit. Okay, cod time. Now this is just frozen cod. You can use fresh cod, but I couldn't get any this evening, so I got frozen cod, defrosted it just under the cold tap, and now it's ready to go in. I wouldn't advise cooking cod frozen because obviously it's fish. You need to make sure that it's fully defrosted before you cook it. Okay, I won't be using that plate now. What I'll use is this plate here that had the vegetables on earlier. I may add a little bit of water, still a bit in, but it might help it cook if there's more water in. Time for the taste test, I think. Maybe not actually, because there's raw fish in there. Okay, the fish is cooking quite quickly. I'll give it a good turn in a minute. The temperature, by the way, is on maximum. I haven't altered it. I just wanted to find the spice level to see if I needed to add anything to it. But obviously it's not safe yet while there's raw fish in there. Although you can eat raw fish, obviously, because they eat sushi. But maybe not at the moment. Oh, if you'd like to check out my gardening channel, it's Ackee Garden. I do culinary produce and rare and uncommon houseplants. It's Ackee Garden, A-R-K Garden. Okay, I'll give it a good turn now, I think. Now be careful of the bones in the fish. Sometimes there are bones in it. Now the fish is starting to turn white. Let's see if we can see a bit there. See, very close to being cooked. I don't know whether that's focusing or not. This is smelling great, by the way. I think it's almost ready to try. Okay, what I'll do now is get the rice ready, because I think it's almost cooked. The fish is white, it looks like it's cooked. The peppers might be a little bit al dente. Let's try. Yeah, That will do. Okay. The last thing to go in is the ackee. Now this is obviously pre-cooked in the tin, so it just needs heating through really. Fantastic fruit that is. If you haven't tried it before, try it, please. Another good fruit to try if you haven't already, durian, similar colour. Very expensive in the UK. Tastes a bit like creme brulee with a hint of onion, with like a banana and mango texture. Very strange fruit. Okay, ackee's in now. I think this might be a bit much for one person, all the rice and this dish here. So what I'll do is just do half plate. Well, a full plate, but probably only half of the food that I've got here. And then I may come back for some more later on. Oops. Oh, it's hot. Okay. Right, rice. This still should be hot. If you cook the rice first and then put it back into the pan once it's strained of all the water, it does stay hot for quite a while. That's about half the rice, maybe a bit more. Right, I'll turn this off now. Make a hole in the middle. Add some ackee and saltfish. Okay, let's go. I imagine it's quite hot. I hope the spice level's okay. Oh, there's a bit of scotch bonnet straight away with some fish, I think, and a little bit of ackee and some rice and some cumin. Oh yeah, wow, that's nice. Cheers. I did put some salt in the rice and peas. A little bit of scotch bonnet, red kidney bean rice. Yellow pepper. The frozen cod is actually very good in it. There's no real need to use saltfish. There is a slight difference, I must admit, but just normal cod, fresh cod or frozen cod would be fine. The spice level is good. I could probably do with it being a bit more spicy, but that's fine. Very nice. I'm sorry, I'm lost for words. It's very nice, this meal. A large bit of scotch bonnet there, whether you can see. Turn it round, the red bit. Let's see how that goes. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more videos. Bye.